Hi guys! Hi! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Chai from Inertia. Just another vlog. I know I haven't been vlogging a lot lately, but just wanted to say that I've been slacking off and very busy about life in general, and mostly being lazy. I just need to take time to think about what I have to do next, and here I am. Thought about doing another vlog. Just wanted to update you guys about my travel plans and all that. So as you can see in the title, this vlog is all about budgeting and saving not only money but time and energy in terms of traveling. I've been getting a lot of messages and questions about how I was able to travel a lot and save money from it, and here I am. I will go ahead and just give you or share you my most used websites and apps in terms of traveling.
Whatever, let's do it.
So again, this is mainly for you to save money, time, and energy on your next travel. So if you wanted to learn more and to know more about it, just stick around and go ahead and share you my most used apps.
Listen to me, like I do this all the time.
So I'll start with the airline. Of course, how to book a cheap flight going somewhere. So these are mainly for international use, but some may be applicable for local flights. I'm from Manila, so if you're from somewhere else, it may help you still, but mostly if you're coming from Manila. So again, these are the top airlines that I've been using or been browsing a lot to save or to search for cheap flights going, somewhere that I want to go to. Number one on my list will be Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific has been offering 1 peso sale or even discounted, rates in terms of flights. And I know you may have seen some of them on social media and all that. It's really hard to score one, but with time and patience, I would say that you should be able to get one someday. Just keep on trying, guys. I know it's really hard, but Cebu Pacific has been my number one airline in terms of my international travels. I think it's only Cebu Pacific that I've tried so far with all my flights recently. I can't remember the older ones rather, but with the most previous ones in the last 3 years, Cebu Pacific is the only airline that I've used, mainly because the only airline that gave me the best rate for the places that I've been to. For example, when I went to Singapore, Thailand, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, and even my future travels are booked with them. To be honest, I've saved a lot of money. I've never booked a flight. There's only one time that I've booked a flight rather on a regular rate, mainly because it's something that I have to do right away. It's not planned at all. I just decided to fly and go somewhere in 2 weeks time, so I have to book a flight immediately. So I'm not expecting to get it on a discounted rate right then, so I have to pay the full price. But the rest, I'll share it with you guys. I only spent like less than 3,000 pesos. That's a round trip ticket already to all the places that I've been to, all the countries that I've mentioned previously, believe it or not. So maybe I can show you a screenshot of the rates that I've paid for here if I can still find them. But yeah, that's how much I've spent on every airline ticket that I had in the past. So Cebu Pacific is my number one airline. Hello Cebu Pacific, baka naman. Just kidding. But aside from Cebu Pacific, I've also what the hell are you talking about? Browsing some other, airlines just to check if they can give me a better rate, like AirAsia, Philippine Airlines. There's also Jetstar and Scoot. You can also check them all, just in case if you're rushing and you can't wait for a promo or a sale on Cebu Pacific. You can just go ahead and just browse those airlines and check which one can give you, the best rate possible if you're in a rush. So like what I said, there's one time that I have to book a flight immediately, and that's through Cebu Pacific. Still, they still give me the best rate even on a regular rate on an immediate flight to Singapore. I think I've spent over 6,000 pesos back then. But nevertheless, Jetstar and Scoot normally offer better rates for Singapore because that's their normal route. There are some airlines that are specifically cheaper on a particular country, so you might as well check which airline is suitable for the country that you're planning to get into. So that's what I normally do. Yeah, that's it for booking your flights. You have to sign up for their email alerts. Also, you may want to check out their website or their social media accounts. Normally you can get the details of their next promo in there ahead of time, so you can watch out for it. Just a few days ago they had one, and I was able to book a flight going somewhere in December. I won't disclose yet where, but yeah, pretty much it's better than paying the regular price. I think I got at least half the price of the regular rate. So I'll go to the next one, which is for, of course, the accommodation.
Forget hotels! This hospital racket is where the money is!
So just to tell you honestly, I'm a budget traveler, so I won't care if I have to get into a motel or a dormitory, just to save some. If I don't have the money, I normally go to, I normally book a cheap place. I'm not that picky in terms of the accommodation. What I normally just care about is if it's near, the tourist spots, the city, and the airport. It's what matters most for me. So, but if you're kind of picky, you may still want to use these apps. Because they can give you a discounted rate, and sometimes they have promo or sale as well. So number one that I've used in the past is booking.com. Another one is agoda.com. They're mostly the same, but I still compare the rates between the two to check which one is cheaper. Even if it's just for a few bucks difference, I still wanted to save some money. So you can check both websites. What's good about these sites is it gives you the option to reserve them ahead of time without paying for anything. So if you don't have cash, you don't have any credit card to use, then might as well. It's better to book or reserve a room or a property ahead of time to get the best rate ever. So reservation option is a must in terms of if in case that you don't have the cash yet to to pay for it.
$1,200? You think I have $1,200?
And what's good about that is you can cancel it anytime without getting penalized. So there's a timeline. Normally it's very near the date that you chose, that you booked for. You just need to cancel it before that day, so you won't get penalties. What's good about that is if you keep on checking the sites, or if you found a better place or a hotel, you can cancel it and just book another one. So that's what I normally do. I don't pay it in advance. Really, normally because I don't have the money yet.
11 on the shut the box, so she doesn't know what to do. To be honest, Abe, I don't know what to do, so just.
But yeah, that's my purpose. I want to keep on checking which is better in terms of the property itself or the hotel itself, or of course that's best for normally for single travelers, or if you're just in pair or just minimum of 4 or minimum of 5. In a group, you can use booking.com and agoda.com. But if you're coming in a bigger group, like more than 5, I highly suggest you book through Airbnb. Airbnb offers bigger places in a cheaper price, because on some hotels or majority of the hotels or properties, they normally offer just for 2 or up to 5, or rather 2 up to 4 person per room. So if you're more than that, you're obliged to get 2 rooms on the same property or place, which will cost you more. In Airbnb, you just need to book one place. It's like just one house for everyone. But it depends. There are some places that are even expensive through Airbnb. It depends on which country you're in, but majority of the time you will get to save a lot of money if you're coming into more than 5 packs and you know, book it through Airbnb. Airbnb gives you the option to also just pay half the price and still have the option to cancel it beforehand, although I think the refund process is a bit
One eternity later.
long, but nevertheless still give you the option to just pay half of it, half the price of what you have to pay, and pay the rest of the property or by your credit card still. But yeah, you have to have a credit card if you will use Airbnb. So yeah, those are the top 3 apps that I've been using for accommodation. So I'll go ahead and just give you more apps to use.
Everything's gonna be alright now. I got this.
In terms of it's just all on one app. So if you're looking for entrance tickets through to some spots or, you know, parks and all that, train pass or transportation, you know, transfers and all that, group or private tours, Wi-Fi, what else?
I can do this. I can do.
Actually, I can't think of anything, but yeah, if you're, I think that's all that you have to have, you know, during your travel. So if you're looking to book those ahead of time, these 2 apps will definitely help you a lot. Those are apps that will give you, again, discounts in terms of, you know, the rates or the price of the tours and, you know, the entrance fees and all that. I'm mainly using Klook. Klook is the #1 provider that I've been using from the past trips that I had. Normally book tickets through tourist spots, theme parks, what else? Cable cars and all that. Also train pass. If you wanted to book for an airport transfer, so from airport to your hotel, there's also services like that at Klook. Private or joint tours, there's a lot of them in there, and also for Wi-Fi connection that you can pick up at the airport, something that you can also book ahead of time. Another app similar to Klook is KKday. KKday it's getting bigger now. I remember it before that it's only giving you services at certain countries, but now it's mostly most of the countries in Asia and outside Asia. They're also offering you know, services now like Klook. So again, the same thing, I just compare both apps in terms of the rates and all that, if they have any ongoing promo or discounts on some tours or entrance fees that I have to pay for. I normally just, you know, choose the best one and, you know, the cheapest one. For Klook and KKday, you have the option to pay not only via credit card, but they have a lot of payment options now, so it's not going to be hard to pay forward. If you're already certain about the dates that you're traveling into and you've already planned out your itinerary, you can just go ahead and just plan which one goes to day 1, day 2, and day 3, because they will ask you for the specific date and time of your visit in a particular travel spot, or what day would you like to go into a tour at the particular travel or tourist spots. So that's what I do. I normally just plan out everything from day 1 to departure, so I will be able to choose what date that I'll go into. Sometimes there are some days that the tickets or the tours are not available, so you have to adjust that. Make sure that they don't overlap, because make sure you have certain extra time between, you know, some tours and all that, so you won't have to rush going to one place to another. Both of them, you know, provide service, pickup service or meetup service in terms of group tours or private tours. So you have to make sure that you'll be able to get on time on the meetup place, so you won't get behind. Yeah, pretty much that's all that you have to do. You should be all set once you were able to book everything via Klook. Most of the tickets and passes, you can just pick them up at the airport of the country that you'll be
One eternity later.
Arriving to. Anyhow, I still have some other apps that I recommend for traveling. So for transportation, if you do it your own tour, so you're gonna have to have transportation all the time. So either you book train tickets via Klook or KKday in advance, or you can just, if you're in groups, if you have companions, I would suggest you can just book via Uber or via Grab. Uber and Grab mainly are not available for all countries, but you can check that ahead of time. Make sure that you're just logged in and registered first before going out of the country, because you're gonna need that, especially if you don't have Wi-Fi connection with you. You won't be able to use those apps. But anyhow, who goes out of the country without Wi-Fi, right? Yeah, Uber and Grab, sometimes they are cheaper and sometimes they are necessary, especially if you're in a rush, if you're trying to catch the last train or last flight or whatnot. You can just book a Grab or Uber easily. What I normally do is I search through the social media if they have any promo codes. So normally here in the Philippines, they will provide promo codes for Grab. So same thing with other countries, they also have that. I remember when we were in Singapore, we used Grab or Uber, I can't remember, but there's like a promo code for like $5 off. That's already a lot for us and save us a lot of money. Yeah, so mainly we just use Grab or Uber back then, going to one place to another because we have the promo, and it saves us a lot of time and energy. Especially we're like in 5 or 6 back then, so we're also splitting the fare into that many, so it's really cheap than hopping into a train, which will get us, or will exhaust us a lot more. So yeah, again, it saves you time and energy at the same time. Also, if you're fond of like just walking around and getting lost is not that bad. Sometimes you will discover some places that are not on blogs and whatnot, by getting lost.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I think I experienced that a lot, but I don't get lost a lot though. Sometimes I do that in purpose, but as long as I have these apps, I really don't have to worry about it. So I have a Google phone or an Android phone, so it comes with the Google Maps. Google Maps is very, very accurate and exact, so I mainly use Google Maps for navigation. Some of you may use Waze. Waze is not that accurate, but it's fine. It's still almost the same, but like what I've said, just use Google Maps for you not to get lost. And majority of the countries, Asian countries that I've been to, mostly use Google Maps than Waze. I think it's only here in the Philippines that it's mainly being used for, but yeah, Google Maps is more accurate, like what I've said, especially in walking. So if you just wanted to walk around, wanted to find the nearest train stop or the MRT station, or if you wanted to just search for some cafes or whatnot near you, Google Maps is the best one. Some of the apps that the internet will suggest may not be that useful, like I think the translator thing may be useful sometimes, but it may get you confused more if you use it. So I really don't have a translator on my phone. I just mainly just ask around who can speak in English and all that. Guys, that's all for today's vlog. I hope you were able to get something from it, learn something from it that you can use in your future travels. Let me know how it worked for you, and if you have any more questions, any topics about traveling that you want me to tackle or talk about, just let me know in the comment section. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you all so much for watching my vlog. I'll see you guys on my next vlog. Bye! Again, that's everything that I have on my list. I hope you were able to at least get some. I hope you. That's all that on my list. I hope you were able to